I'm going to explain what the significators that I have chosen mean. Yes, these significators are the same for each and every sign, and there is a reason for that, and I'm going to explain it in the next couple of minutes. So unless you know why I am using Temperance reversed, and you can think of it now, then please listen. And so otherwise, after that, we will jump right into the reading and see where this month takes us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, super duper quick explanation. If you go on my website, you can check much deeper explanation. Just don't want to hear the questions. Oh, you're using the same cards all over and over again. This is for those who should be listening to this and you're not. So I'm not going to answer that. So we have 7 topics. I want to find out under each of this chapter what comes out in this time frame. When I'm doing my personal readings, I'm doing it a little bit differently because then I have the personal energy. Here is sort of like mishmash of all of you coming here and picking up on your energy. So it's kind of like a little bit different. By the way, this reading isn't special. Actually, you have a double special here. One is still $50 versus 60. I'm keeping that. So I know this is kind of a pressing thing, but the second one is like speed up promo, which means that you're actually getting 1 level up. So from the regular reading, which usually takes me 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to get it within a week. If you book a rush reading, which used to take a week, you're going to get it within 3 days. And if you buy urgent reading, which used to take 3 days, you're going to get it within 24 hours. And if you're North America, maybe even the same day. So just like visit cattarot.ca and check up specials, and everything will be explained there. Let's get into this explanation. The first category, magician. Magician is magic. He can do anything. So here I want to really see what in this relationship can be created. Is this relationship actually even doable? And you know, sometimes people complain, oh my gosh, I can do a whole bunch of things, and I don't know why I cannot make this relationship working, right? But the truth is, sometimes there are like external issues that actually can affect us, and because of those issues, we cannot make it work. So here in this kind of like a column, you're going to find this out. The Temperance is reversed here for a reason, because in the upright situation, Temperance says right time, right place, right person, right situation. But here it's saying that one of these elements is missing. So we have to figure out what needs to be glued before this can move forward. Then Queen of Wands is the dating queen. The Knight of Wands is the dating king. So one of that is you. One of that is the partner that you want to know. 8 of Wands is going to tell me about the energy in between the two of you. What's happening? Is there going to be communication? Well, the Judgment is what these guys above think about this relationship. What have you done with everything that has been given to you? What if you were given all this love and were told, like, you know what, you have to learn how to communicate? Let's see what they mean. And also let's see how is this relationship progressing. So how is that? Was it super fast? So let's jump in. February and March. However, guys, this is going to apply at any time that you're listening. This is how this works. You're attracted to energy. And did you ever try to dust? Stuff comes to that feather kind of like thing. So it's going to work no matter what time you are here. So let's start. February is your Ex Coming Back series. So let's see what is in store for you. The Hangman. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. I told you these two significators are interchangeable, just to let you know, because especially male viewers ask me that. And I have to tell you clearly, looks like one partner is very hopeful about the relationship. One partner really feels that the other is the love of their lives. But one partner is not being honest. One partner has issues and is trying to like, look, these two cards, whenever clients ask me, oh, is he or she going to contact me? There are a few cards that significate no, clear no. One of them is the Hangman. Another one is like Eight of Swords. In this case, this is falling in a category that needs to repair. Look at all the swords and the air. Like these four over here are obviously showing that one partner has all the cards in their hands, and there is like certain pause. A majority of you probably are right now very much on the off. I know it's an X, but sometimes there's an on and off relationship, and people even on stage still call it X and still view this and contribute with their energy. So this is telling me that one partner is definitely avoiding problems. Libra, is that you guys sometimes have ability or inability to face the situation because you don't like to see anything ugly. You don't want to see ugly in people, and when you see something like that, you're even more than willing to even lie to yourself. So it just shows somebody spending a lot of time in their head. Look at this. And lots of time kind of like trying to see how it looks from the other person's perspective and just retracting, maybe not reaching conclusion, because the Ace of Swords reverse, it says to me that clearly one partner is seen as a liar or not telling the truth or omitting the truth, like lying by omission. The Eight of Swords always talks about a person who is in fear, you know. To me, fear and denial are the two sides of the coin, where, you know, if I say anything, maybe this is somehow what kind of conversation took place, or if I say anything, things are not going to work out, or what else can it be? You know, sometimes people play a relationship game with sweaty palms, and they really don't express their own real needs. Sometimes people really feel, I'm a horrible person, I shouldn't be needing this. Well, this may be true, but there is like still the other partner who can put a stop to it and who can say, hey hon, you know, sure, you know, we just cannot jump right now in that expense, for example, and, you know, just like put it on a back shelf. These two cards actually are very significant, that one partner is going through huge turmoil. Another partner is going through that huge, enormous hopefulness. But there is like no doubt that there is like a huge letdown and instability in the relationship. Even though there is like this sense that one partner is just like staying back, another partner just like wants to push forward. This card, the Emperor, always tells me, what kind of person do you want to be? But when it's reversed, it tells me, what kind of person have you become? Sort of a thing. So you guys know better, because it tells me clearly there is like avoidance of problems. And if this relationship is to be fixed, kind of like these issues have to be addressed head on. And now this is getting interesting. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Wands, the Empress, Seven of Pentacles reversed. This is Libra. This is you guys. Some you might be the ones who are saying, you know what, maybe I said everything, and this is like another possibility. Maybe you said everything already, you kind of pushed to say something more, and you have nothing to say, and hence you're actually seen as somebody who is basically not being forthcoming and who is not willing to work on problems. And that's possibility, because it's saying that you're not willing to do any sacrifices anymore, or sacrifices, period. It could have been a second person that has been involved in all of this. This is simply saying that vanity could have been an issue in a relationship, and looks like you Libras need to feel like it's kind of really weird, because we also have Queen of Swords. Libras needs to feel like I'm sitting on my throne, I'm beautiful, I'm creative, I am kind of like surrounded with children, I live in harmony. I see here that Seven of Pentacles, communication, and both Eight of Swords is basically telling me that there is going to be a period of reassessment. This also could be a marriage, guys, where you are iffy how to proceed, you're sitting on a fence, and these two cards very similar in how they look. As you can see, the sword is up. The difference is like this is a major and this is a court card. Court cards can represent more than people. Court cards can represent also actions. And this person is asking of you, appealing to your fairness, I guess, and saying, look, we have to go back to the basics, right? But the Justice is coming reversed, and it's coming reversed right after the Emperor, and also Page of Pentacles is reversed. So I don't know if children are involved in a situation, because this is falling in the karma house. And maybe you guys don't want instability because of children. It certainly is going to look like that this whole relationship is coming to a head, because the Justice reverse is going to feel, and this, you have two karma cards right now, karmic soulmate. So it's good to check both your relationship reading, this X spread, but also karma reading, because karma tells you really why you chose this person and why do you maybe keep choosing same person all the time, just in a different body. You have to ask yourself about that. And Justice reverse is a karma testing you, like something is being thrown at you which is very unpleasant, and saying, let's see how you handle it, and let's see how you don't. Oh, look, this is the third karma card, how you do not take karma and destiny in, like karma in your own hands, you know, like no knee-jerk reaction. And this kind of like is telling me, okay, you guys releasing the burdens, you're connecting this issues that are currently going with the entire relationship. You, like, somebody is really disgusted, stopping conversation, stopping any kind of like involvement, right? The other person is basically devastated. The other person just like feels you were the one, because look, oh, we have the visitor, right, Saf? Say hi to Libras, the first sign you dare to show up. So Libras, check this out. He is crying, not realizing, you know, there is like still something left. You see, the Two Cups is this card. Two Cups is this joy, because karma said you guys are soulmates. Are you karmic soulmates though? Definitely karma cards are there, but this kind of relationship was never meant to be. Remember, I'm looking into this. It's ending up with everything feeling devastated. Everything is gone. And yet karma is saying this is for the best. You need to rebuild yourself. You need to rebuild the foundations, right? You need to refine the joy in your life. And you need to kind of like start rebuilding yourself, like kind of like break by break, if you really wish. It's just the way it is with relationship. If one person doesn't want it, right, the Death card, well, that's all it takes. Yeah, you know what, guys, you feel maybe somebody came around, because I'm seeing just a slice of a story. And yes, you might be coming across as, yes, I don't care, yes hun, and you're actually not telling them the truth. But it looks like it is based on some past where there was somebody was juggling somebody, you know, you felt kind of like, no, that you had no options. It felt like I have to be very pretty, and then you start feeling silly that you're actually competing with somebody based on looks. And sort of that the relationship doesn't have an essence. And I think this is why the Emperor showed up saying, I need to wake up from this. I am, you know, I do like beauty. Yes, I'm Libra, but no, I am not superficial, you know, because this is just the surface. And hence, it's just kind of going, look, this is not working out. This is not going forward. Yes, somebody really feels that kind of like has been unjust. And maybe somebody else, maybe your partner is going to sort of like give you their 2 or 3 or 5 cents about it, because there is like, again, talk about something from the past. And there is like husband cheating, sneaky behavior. This is my most unlike card in the deck. It's saying it's over. This is like your what can happen in this relationship. If this relationship is not transformed severely, I mean severely, not even being the same as it was, larva responds to transforms to butterfly, that huge, like day and night things have to happen, this has no chance. You are completely getting a closure. I know the day from night, I know what it is. And you're literally feeling, look, you know, once a cheater, always a cheater. Or this also can represent a person who is always kind of like upping you on. You know, like when you go and have a gathering with, I have it with friends. I have one specific friend whom I like, but you will say anything just like to kind of like have the small talk, and he will just give you the entire story. And in the end, he just like kills every conversation because everybody's afraid to say anything, because we just cannot banter back and forth. That can kind of like also signify that kind of personality, kind of know-it-all, always has to be better than you. You have a nice ring, they have way better. And eventually you kind of like shy away from people like that. There's lots of mental energy over here, Libra, and there is like somebody showing up. You guys are holding your own. Remember how I said has to be kind of like now motion of making yourself stabilize, making yourself happy. And there is somebody on the horizon who kind of like looks very, very promising. And you sort of like are really looking forward to that. So let me see, Libra. No, I don't want 25,000 of them, but I can take this first one. It says calling in your soulmate. And that's what it's saying here. The karma is saying the very first card, this may have been soulmate, but this may have been karmic soulmate, meaning there was a reason why you met this person. There is like something inside of you that has changed as a result of this person, and now you're back on the path where you're supposed to be, and you're smarter. And that's kind of like it's saying, remember how he was crying over 3? You have both cards over here that are showing up that are basically companions. He's crying here over 3, the happiness and joy that is completely gone from relationship, and forgetting that sometimes there is a quiet part of a relationship that you need to look into. And karma is saying both of these parts start to miss over here, and you can cry all you want, because once when you do certain things such as cheating, scheming, lying, you're eroding that fabric of who you are, the Emperor. Like, I mean, you Libras are very judgmental. I am raising sign Libra, so I kind of like know that. And like you have the Ace of Swords, you have Justice, you have Queen of Swords. So you lay down your rule like, look, dude, I'm not going to tell you what you want to do, but I will notice what you're doing. And that was nice. This was not nice. That was nice. Not nice. Not nice. Not nice. You know what? I have some other things to do today. So you guys are definitely moving on. I know this is not what you came here to hear, but somebody else is coming up on the horizon. So guys, this is a general reading. If you want your private one, contact me via my cattarot.ca. Check on specials to see what is for February, or check the everything else. And lastly, please share, subscribe, and like. And if you see in this corner, if you can check all these little kind of like polls that I'm asking, I would greatly appreciate that. And lastly, you know that I love you, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. All the best.